Government officials, religious leaders, activists, elder statesmen, and almost everyone in Nigeria is talking about restructuring. With so many voices, the subject matter has been given a lot of definitions, although in some quarters, there's still the debate of whether there's a need or no need for it. On this episode of Big Story, we bring to you the various opinions on restructuring Nigeria, the need or not for it, and the possible dimension it could take. Join us on this discussion on Big Story. I'm Ini John Mekwa.
Restructuring, to my understanding, means in a system whereby every state have an autonomy, whereby every state control his own resources, whereby giving, just let me say, a little to the federal government.
I belong to that school of thought that wants resources from each geopolitical zone, let them control it.
We cannot go back to regional because of what is happening in the country. The civilization, the population have taken over the effects.
When you look at the political equation in the country, it's like some people are having more than what they ought to get. So there's need for justice and equity in the country.
These are some of the perspectives shared among Nigerians on the issue of restructuring. It has become a hot topic in the country in recent times, following a number of agitations and reaction from various groups in the country. Going down memory lane, restructuring has recurred at various points in the country's discourse. It formed one of the highlights in the manifesto of the ruling All Progressives Congress and perhaps was one of the attractions for Nigerians, as the manifesto states that the party will initiate action to amend our constitution with a view to devolving powers, duties and responsibility to states and local government in order to entrench true federalism and the federal spirit. The national chairman of the APC, Mr. John Oyego, reiterates that the party has never denied its commitment and promise to restructure the country and what the term means to the party.
And I have said repeatedly, and I want to repeat it again, the APC stands by its commitment on true federalism. No question about that. True federalism involves devolution. Devolution of some powers, devolution of some resources, with even the possible, it's still a possibility, something to be discussed, federalizing of the Nigeria police force. That is something that was not cast. We thought it was something worth considering, and we put it.
Following this promise, the party has started the possible implementation process through the APC restructuring debate, which is to engage representatives from various states through the public consultation by the Committee on True Federalism. At the forum in the southeastern parts of the country, different aspects of restructuring was introduced by representatives from the states.
We are enjoying our independence in Ebonyi State. If there's anything we are 100% united about, it is that after so many years of struggle to have Ebonyi State created, we wouldn't want to go back to any Egypt, in whatever name called. Our position therefore is that the present state structure should be maintained, and the additional states should be created for the southeast geopolitical zone.
We subscribe to the devolution of local council financial autonomy. Because if they say that power of politics is local, it then means that the majority of the people are at the local level. And if they are there and there is allocation, it should go directly to that government structure, just like it is done to the judiciary, so that it becomes a direct allocation. So nobody should warehouse it for the local councils. And we said for that to harvest the research autonomy of the local government councils and empower them to serve the people of the grassroots, we demand for a repeal of state independent electoral commission. Because the ugly history Because the only history of elections conducted by the State Independent Electoral Commission nationwide will defeat the intendment of the autonomy. If you give the local council financial autonomy on one hand, and you allow the governors to do the election, you have defeated the objective.
Many of the comments that have been made really center on devolution of powers, whether it is railway, because now it is in the exclusive legislative list, whether it is education, education is on the concurrent list, and so power generation is on the exclusive legislative list and transmission, but based on the views that are being expressed, as we may find in the various parts of the country that we are going to be holding consultations with, it may be easy to make a case for the devolution of some of these functions from the federal to states. So the opportunities are not closed.
Or what they know about restructuring.
In the Southwest and South-South, the governors have promised to seek the perspective of the people. But without doubt, there's a need to restructure. And the basis for the need for some of them is that the economic structure of the country has changed and the effects cannot be ignored.
With oil prices the way they are, without the revenues we used to have to run the federal arrangements we had before, we are now faced with a new reality. It's here with us, and we cannot run away from issues. So it's not about talking and putting the reports on the shelves anymore. We have to make those decisions now because they are staring us in the face.